Today's show is sponsored by Profit Accumulator, the #1 match betting service in the UK. Match betting is different to gambling. With gambling, you bet on one side, and if that side loses, you lose. With match betting, you bet on both sides. That means no matter what the outcome, you're a winner. When you sign up to Profit Accumulator, they will walk you through the whole process of how to do match betting, and as long as you follow what they tell you, you cannot lose. So what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description right now for your free trial, and you can start earning some real cash.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Fun Facts Review show of the Southampton game.
You got to stop calling that.
I like that name. I prefer it to the stats. But hello, this video is obviously sponsored by Profit Accumulator. So thank you guys for that. And James, we're back again. We've said this before. We've done previews, pre-match build-up shows, reviews. But this time we can smile because we got the win.
We've covered Southampton a lot, but this is the best I've felt doing it for sure.
Oh, definitely. Now, there's loads of stats to get through, guys, or fun facts. So stay with us. We've got loads to get through. I'm still ecstatic from the game. I mean, there was amazing performances from Cedric, who I know we're going to get into. But Gaio, we got Saka as well. We got Lacazette. Do you know what? Actually, I think everyone deserves an honourable mention. They do deserve a shout out. Yeah, we're going to go into it, so I'm not going to spend too long. But I think the whole team in whole played really well together. So yeah,
it was a wonderful team performance going forward, defensively, everything. I mean, yeah, the boys superb. Let's dive straight into it because there's a lot to go through, a lot of praise to dish out. So let's do it. Let's go with the general match stats. We were outshot, which is interesting. I think on the balance of play, while we looked dangerous, I'm not sure we created actually as many chances as our good football maybe warranted. So yeah, they did outshoot us, but rather than looking at shots on target, which was 5 each, I looked at shots in the box. I thought it was interesting. Of our 9, we managed to get in their box and get some shots away 7 times. We're going to touch on it later, but you talked about having a presence in the penalty area, and Lacazette very much was one, bringing players into play and doing what he does best. Again, overall, we had much less possession, 58-42. But in the first half, when we were on the back foot, and obviously we went to goal down, and then it was 1-1, and we were the aggressor. We had more possession, but then all these stats mean nothing because you look at the XG, and you see that our expected goals are 2.2 to their 0.9, which just shows to you that what we did create was more effective. So I'd say overall a decent set of match stats there.
Yeah, definitely. 100% I agree with you there, James. I think the shots in the box was quite fascinating. Like we said in the pre-match, it's going to be very key for us to have more touch in the box, create more opportunities in there, and that is clearly shown there. Yeah. It's quite weird, the possession, though, and like a lot of their stats were in their favour, but we were just more clinical. So.
I think we were just better with our possession, if that makes sense. That's why we probably didn't notice that we had less of it. Because I felt when we had it, we went from one end of the pitch to the other very, very quickly. But yeah, very good. Let's have a look at the starting 11. Now, when this came out, what was your kind of reaction? And in hindsight, I mean, Arteta got it spot on, right?
Yeah, I mean, I said before the game, I had the feelings. I had the feelings in the tummy that I think we was going to get a 2-0 win. I felt confident. I just felt that the players and Arteta would have known how to approach this game due to playing them obviously in the cup, and I think he would have been able to identify their weaknesses a lot better for this game. So I was very confident. When I saw the lineup and it got released, I was normally when I see the lineup it wavers my confidence, but yesterday it really didn't, James. I think he got the balance and the players just right.
Credit to you. You were very confident going into this game. We were going to get a win.
I really was. And I'm glad I was. Yeah, I'm glad I was. And I think the boys, I'm proud of the boys yesterday. Listen, like I said, every player deserves a mention yesterday. They really stepped up. I'm hoping we can continue this because we obviously got a big game Saturday against United. So, I'm happy. What's your thoughts on the lineup, James, when it came out?
I mean, obviously Cedric's coming at left back. That's the big thing. We discussed lots of options. I've got to say, in our build-up show, I'm not sure we actually mentioned Cedric as a left back. I think more because we were trying to solve the problem of who's that left footer out on the left. Is it Pepe? Is it Saka? Do you put them left back? Do you put them left wing? What do you do? But actually, the thing I liked was that Arteta stuck to his guns, because I've got to be honest, I'd have bottled it. I'd have put Saka at left back and just hoped he could do something from there. But Arteta's recognizing that he's scoring and getting assists out on the right hand side and doing a phenomenal job. So why take him out of that? And credit to him. So he kept him out there, and he put Pepe on the left rather than Martinelli, which I've got to say I quite liked, because I've wanted to see Pepe out on the left for a long time, and I thought it made for a lovely balance with Cedric. So credit to them. I thought that left hand side functioned superbly.
Definitely. I just want to quickly, before we move on to the next stat, you called it as well, Pepe, guy down the left. You said, hope he'll be good, and he did. We need to see something from him. I've had my question marks when I get to him. I still do, but yesterday he was, in my opinion, he was very good yesterday. And what I actually, when the highlight on him, just quickly, he drifts into pockets of space. So I actually don't. When I keep saying he should play in the 10, and people think I'm crazy, but he actually does it naturally. He comes in from the wing and finds pockets in between players, instead of like being the touchline player out on touchline trying to get the ball and drive past players. I think he's better just in the tight pockets. But listen, all credit to him as well. He had a good game.
But we did go a goal down, and that is partly why this was such a good performance, because I think Mo said it in his fan cam, and he was spot on. We just lost at St Mary's. There was a lot of pressure on the manager. Then you go a goal down very early, having just missed a really good chance to go 1-0 up. I mean, our confidence could have been, I wouldn't say rock bottom, but very low, low. After going down. This was the goal. I don't want to dwell on it too much, but I mean, just poor marking, isn't it? Really poor.
Listen, credit to the delivery as well, though, coming in. It was still class. Like Ward-Prowse, he's literally his delivery is a joke. So I've got to give it to him. But again, it is poor marking. There's been conflict on whose man it was. They were saying it's maybe Saka's, maybe Holding's, maybe Pepe's. So listen, I'm not going to spread blame here, because the performance in general was overall outstanding. So I'm going to leave that. But it was poor marking, James. And I also think, I just want to quickly say that Lacazette, as a striker, missing that opportunity where his head must have been, and for the manager obviously to keep him on, to keep faith in him, to say, basically just keep him on to change around the narrative from when he missed that opportunity was great, and he really did. So big up Lacazette, a big opportunity that he missed before the goal.
It was a good finish by Stuart Armstrong, but we got back in it very quickly, actually. And do you know what? Arsenal responded really well. When the goal happened, I felt like not only had we started the game quite well, but we kind of went straight back into playing quite well quite quickly. And actually, I wasn't overly surprised that we equalised within 3-4 minutes of that. Pepe, it's a lovely ball from Xhaka. Now, I don't have stats on Xhaka and Partey today, because quite frankly, there is not time to go through everyone who's superb. But I thought the two of them were very good in midfield. And that slip pass by Xhaka is exactly what I want to see. He's got that in his locker. He saw Pepe's run, who, as you said, finds those pockets, gets into those spaces, and a really, really, really lovely finish. And while we're on him, let's have a little look at his stats from the game. Obviously, got a goal and got an assist, but this is what really impresses me. He had the most passes in the second most passes in the opposition half for 21. He had the second most touches with 58. He was involved in more duels than any other player, 23. And the most aerial duels, winning 7 of them. Now, I couldn't even, just because you run out of space, you can't go through every bloody amazing stat, but he also gained possession more than any other player on the pitch.
Wow.
So he's doing his job in front of goal. Yeah, he's doing the nutmegs. He's doing all the nice things. But the work rate was tremendous again. And we actually did highlight it after the Southampton Cup game. Said, look, he struggled. He had a poor game ultimately, but he's trying to make things happen, and he's working hard.
He is.
So I'm really happy for him.
I am as well. And because I've been a critic in the past, I'm really happy for him. Like you said, in the last game, I was critical, but I did say he was working hard. Unlike obviously other players around him weren't at his work rate levels when it off the ball. So I've got to give it to him. Quickly, do you want to quickly touch on? I'm trying to just fill up, because I know we haven't got time to do everyone, but like you said, Xhaka there played that great ball through. I think he really excels alongside Partey. I think that is one of the key things when it comes to his progression, his level of game is great when he has Partey next to him. So big up them too. Again, honourable shout out. We have way too many stats to get through, so apologies we couldn't inform you on those. But yeah, big up to him.
No, it's true. I mean, do you think the left wing is the one for Pepe?
Do you know what? I'm actually going to say yes. However, I'm going to say yes, but it's not. I don't think he's going to start when everyone's fit. I don't think he's going to be the main starter in that position. However, it's nice to know that he could be an option and still cause a threat. And the reason why I say that is because 55% of possession and our attacking threat came down the left side. So we kind of reverted back to the old ways of Arsenal, but it worked out well, I think. Yeah, in a good way, exactly. So
but I think
I'm happy for it.
the beauty of, if you're going to be, what's the word? Too left focused, let's say.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You've got to still have something on the right. And we picked him off twice on the right. The football's down the left and then bam, switch in, goal. And that's kind of the beauty. And actually, let's talk about one of those now, which was obviously the goal that put us 2-1 up. Saka, lovely ball from Lacazette. We're going to talk about them both in a second. Saka's in, takes around the keeper and slots it. I've got to say, not Mick McCarthy, the goalkeeper, Alex McCarthy, I think, had a bit of a shocker. Not a shocker. Saka did very well, but anyway, I don't want to take any more away from him.
No, definitely. He had a rush of blood, the keeper, and I think...
I think he panicked. He panicked, but Saka read that, knocked it around him and slotted it in. Now, let's go through just a couple Saka stats from that. Bukayo Saka scored the most goals. You're loving this. Most goals by a teenager in Europe's top 5 leagues this season with 5. Wow, it doesn't stop there. Bukayo Saka has been directly involved in 6 goals in his last 6 league appearances, with 4 goals and 12 assists. Now, he's been playing as a right winger in all 6 of those. That goes back to the Chelsea game. And now this final one here as well. Bukayo Saka has been directly involved in 9 goals in 10 appearances as a right winger with 5 goals and 4 assists.
That's outrageous. That is if no one can't tell me this kid is not different. He's in a different universe. I don't care. Come at me, whatever, I'll hold it. Me and Saka will take you all on. he's the best. He's the best. I'm telling you. I understand.
He's probably our best player right now.
Yeah, he's class. I understand there's Phil Fodens and stuff, but listen, give the kid his flowers. He does it in so many different positions. He literally does it everywhere he plays. He's been consistent.
Yeah.
So yeah,
he's tremendous, and I don't want to start a whole dialogue. Who's our best player? Who's because I don't want to discredit any other player while we're in this good form. It's different when you're losing and you're like, oh, we're pinning all our hopes on this player. He's our best player, whatever. Everyone's doing very well right now. There are a lot of informed players right now in that kind of starting 11 group. But Saka absolutely is one of the best. He is such a top prospect for us.
100%, James. I fully agree. And he's doing it in a team. He was doing it in a team, in a failing Arsenal team, and he's also doing it in a team of Arsenal when they're succeeding as well. He is still a standout throughout. So big up, Bukayo.
Terrific stuff. And him and Lacazette, if we just look at their stats together, a goal and assist each, 2 shots each in the game, 2 key passes to 1. But again, involved in duels. Look at that. I know we said Pepe was right up there. He was superb. But they're doing it as well. They're getting stuck in. They're pressing from the front. They're setting the tone. I think Turkish said in his fan cam, and he's absolutely spot on about this. I want to credit Turkish for bringing this to the fan base and the audience. We're not a soft touch anymore. You can criticize Arsenal for a lot of things, but getting bullied and kicked off the pitch, not anymore. And you look at the dual stats for Pepe, Saka, Lacazette, the 3 you'd expect it from least in terms of positional wise, but actually when you know them as individuals, you actually know they do work hard, they do get stuck in.
So I just want to quickly just jump in on that as well. He is fully right. I watched that as well, so I can say that. I just think from the spine of our team, we've got Gabriel and Luiz who are tenacious at times, or Gabriel and Holden, whoever you want to say, but Luiz and I'm going to say Gabriel, very tenacious, very aggressive, then lead up to Partey and Xhaka. You're not going to want to get into a square up with either of them. And then, like you said there,
Holding as well, to be fair.
Yeah, Holding as well. And yeah, then now going forward in the front line, we've got Lacazette, Saka, Pepe. They are aggressive in their press, and that's what I like to see. We're not a pushover anymore.
Absolutely. You want to talk about Lacazette and the way he brings players in?
Exactly that, James. Now, I've been looking at this for over the many games against Southampton, and I said The first one we drew 1-1. The touches in the box were poor. I think it was 17 to be precise. It was 17 touches in the box, which is very low. And then we had the defeat in the cup where it was 15 touches in the box. And unfortunately, we had Nketiah starting up top for us in that moment. But then yesterday, and now it's a lot more. And in Newcastle, I know it's 34, but in this game we had 23 touches in the box, and that just highlights how much Lacazette does for us. I know he holds up the ball very well. He contains it. He brings players in. I think you see that if you watched the game yesterday, he very much protects the ball and allows players to get on behind him and link up play. And I just think he's essential for the way we're trying to move forward with Arsenal. I really do. I think he doesn't get enough flowers. He's been in the shadow of Aubameyang a lot of the time, but right now he's been playing well. And me and Lee had a bit of a discussion about it. He was getting at me for champion Laka, and then a couple of minutes later he assists the goal, and then he gets a goal in the end of the game as well. So listen, there it is. Look at that. He has to be there. And don't get me wrong, I understand it is a simple finish, and you got to be there in the right time, right place. Many strikers can do it, but it just tops off his whole performance. I think he had a great game yesterday. He done the dirty work and he done the clean work because he got his goal and his assist. So big up Lacazette, man.
He did, and you know what? I think we can all be guilty of not always appreciating the off the ball work, everything else, the setting the tone from the front. I do little player ratings on Twitter, and I didn't rank him badly, but I stopped and other fans pointed out, like, you've been really harsh on Lacazette. I thought, yeah, of course, yeah, you're right. I have been, and sometimes it's not always the stellar stuff he does, but he can be very effective. He works very hard and he can be very effective. That ball to Saka, simple. That I wasn't even computing what a lovely ball it was. I was thinking about Saka's movement and the goal, and again the tapping, but it's being there, isn't it? It's everything else. Tapping's harsh, but you get what I'm saying. I thought he was terrific. And that weight of pass from Saka, though, is...
Sorry, James, just on that, I'm just going to quickly touch on it. Guys, when you play for a team, right, say if you play for a team, you need to remember, if I'm honest, Arsenal's delivery hasn't always been amazing. Actually, to be fair, most of the time it's not. So for that ball to be played from Cedric and for Lacazette to think, do you know what, if Saka plays this first time, this is a goal. Now, as a striker, you'll be thinking, is he capable of doing it first? Weaker foot as well. Guys, the weight of pass, the first touch pass from Saka was incredible. The kid, I can't stop talking about him. But yeah, like you said, the weight of pass was an absolute joke. And for him, Lacazette to be there is also, you need to take credit for, because some strikers in an underperforming Arsenal team would have thought, it's not going to reach me because of the way these crosses have been coming in. But our man Saka delivered right on time.
Lacazette, obviously, he got the goal that ultimately sealed the points, and I've got to say we needed that. I think it could have been a really rocky last 10, but it ultimately was comfortable because of that. Southampton looked tired as well, there's no question. Lacazette is the first Arsenal player to reach 10 goals in all competitions this season, whilst he has now hit double figures for goals in all 4 seasons since joining the Gunners. Now, a lot of people have labelled Lacazette a flop, waste of money. Why do we spend 50? I've never ever thought that we wasted our money on him, or that that he was a poor signing. He was maybe not living up to the expectations. But when you look at is this his 4th season? When you look at his 3.5 seasons at Arsenal, I think it's fair to say he's had a bad year within that. But overall, he's been a consistent goal scorer.
Yeah, I agree, James. I just feel like, and he also hasn't had the time as well, the playing time that some of these other Aubameyang's obviously he's reaching form now, but he hasn't had the time that Aubameyang's had on the pitch this season.
He's been in and out of the team, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's been getting dropped for Nketiah. Like, I just feel his scoring record's been good throughout. Every time he makes an appearance or when he's on the pitch, I think once he gets a good run of games, consistency levels will stay at the top. So it's nice to see more of Lacazette, and his stats are proving.
And also, he's been playing in an Arsenal team that's been in decline since he arrived. A lot of people might put that down to him. He should be scoring the goals. He should be the man dragging us out of that. But I see that as the team, the club hasn't functioned the way it should over the last even 4, 5 years, 6 years before Lacazette's arrival. So to still be hitting double figures in all seasons is impressive. I mean, look, you expect more. You expect that, and his goal tally should be more. But he's on course for it, and I'm happy for him. Another player who's heavily involved in that third goal, Cedric. If anyone that hasn't watched the watch along, you won't get that reference. We were absolutely losing it for Cedric yesterday. Let's just address this for a second, Cecil. Why are we going so crazy? Because, and I'm going to say this in my chest, okay? A lot of people completely wrote him off for no reason. Facts. Why did we sign him? He's just a Kia client. I'm not even sure he is. I think he is. He's a free transfer, 4-year contract. What a joke! Yeah. People fail to realise you need a squad. You need to play Europa League football, Carabao, FA Cup games. You don't want to play your first choice right back or left back every week. Cedric came on a free transfer. He's Premier League proven. People talking like he was 34. We signed him at 28. So I understand not being overly inspired by the signing, but writing him off just seemed mad. And that kind of made me want to stick up for him even more. That's... You know, not because I necessarily felt that there was this amazing player. By the way, I always thought he was a good player. I always thought he was better than people were giving him credit for. And when he stepped in, he always did a job. And people were saying, useless, what does he do? But he doesn't do what others do, like getting down the right and put it in the box. He's not skillful. He doesn't make things happen. Utter rubbish. He just needed a little bit of run, and he's as skillful and as dangerous in the final third as anyone. I think Arteta said last season at one point, he said that Cedric was our best attacking right back, and people were thinking, what are you talking about? Well, this is what he's talking about.
Sorry, James. Sorry, I'm just going to quickly highlight that as well. Just quickly, me and James, and we're saying it from the Dundalk game. Like even before then, when he had his appearances, yes, he didn't light up the world. Okay, he didn't set the world alight, but you can't give him stick. Fans were giving him stick that he wasn't good enough, and he's all right. He defends well, but he's not great. Like, you can't write off a player for that. Like, give him a chance. Like I was saying, I can see a player in him, but he's just coming into the team. And like you said, many fans they'll probably disagree with us now and say no, we didn't, but they were really writing him off. Even Don Robbie was like, well, that's what I want from my fullback. I want him to be. I was like, yeah, he could probably do that, but give him a chance for goodness sake. And both ways, if you watched the game yesterday, he was outstanding. He's been outstanding since he's been playing in the league as well. He's very fast as well. I think that's something that goes unnoticed as well. He is very quick. But I know you want to pop up his stats and
he is. He's deceptively quick, and you saw that with one of his recovery runs for Theo Walcott. I mean, look at this. He made the joint most tackles. He had the most touches, but I mean, by quite a way. I think Luiz had about 54 or something. He had 81 touches of the ball, more than any other player. He also made the second most passes, albeit didn't complete a lot of them. There was a lot of stray balls, but because he was trying to get forward and make things happen. He made the most passes, or attempted the most passes in the opposition half of 25. He was joint first for key passes, and obviously he got that pre-assist as well. Can we just take in that he played left back, and he's not even a left back, and he dropped those stats away at Southampton?
Yeah, he ran the game.
I made a joke during the watch along. He's running the game from left back. I'm actually not sure that was a joke.
Yeah.
I love this is the third time I pop these up. Just drink it in, people. These are incredible stats from left back. Yeah. For a non-natural left back as well. So credit to him. Look, that doesn't mean Mikel Arteta and Edu that we shouldn't sign a backup.
Yeah, yes.
Because we want to see Cedric doing at a right back where he's more comfortable and confident. And just don't get any ideas that suddenly we have found the heir to Kieran Tierney for when he's injured. No,
definitely
still address that. But
we have to address that before you move on. Now, there was one stat in there that was left out. He did lose the ball the most, and I'm gonna highlight this because I'm only got to keep it balanced. However, we've said many a times that Kieran Tierney, who we all love, he loses the ball the most throughout. If you check over, well, you won't have to check, but most of the times when we play, Kieran Tierney loses the ball the most. However, he is normally the standout player within the team. So it just goes to show you're not in bad company. Cedric, I know you lost the ball the most, but you had great stats around that. And he needs to stay in the team, and we see more of him. And I'm excited to see him keep progressing. Yeah. But there is another man.
Our man of the match.
Yes, our man of the match. Bring it up. We don't need to say it. Bring it up. Come on. Has to be Bukayo.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, Cedric. We both love you. We've stood by you from the beginning. You had a great game, but Bukayo Saka, I can't say a bad word about him. And every time we speak about him and we watch him, James, I'm just like, he's ahead. He's levels. He's seconds ahead of the rest of the players. He's class. He's absolutely class. He's mature in his play. He keeps the ball. He knows when to take players on. He knows when to deliver the ball. Yeah, he's the man.
Yeah, I completely agree. And the thing is, it could have been Pepe for his work rate and his goal that equalised, an important goal. It could have been Lacazette for a goal and assist and his work rate. Could have been Cedric for delivering those numbers. But in the end, the Saka contributions were just so crucial for A, putting us ahead, but B, getting us that cushion at 3-1. Yeah, superb.
Yeah,
he was superb.
He's absolutely superb. Listen, Bukayo, thank you. You're a star. And yeah, so is the rest of the team. Like I said, thank you everyone that played. I don't know why I'm thanking them, but it made my day yesterday watching us comfortably just take it to Southampton. So big up to the boys. Thank you for watching and the review show of the Southampton game. We'll be back very soon. Obviously, we have Man United this weekend, so make sure you stay tuned for all the content coming your way from AFTV. Thank you. We'll see you soon.
Today's show is sponsored by Profit Accumulator, the #1 match betting service in the UK. Match betting is different to gambling. With gambling, you bet on one side, and if that side loses, you lose. With match betting, you bet on both sides. That means no matter what the outcome, you're a winner. When you sign up to Profit Accumulator, they will walk you through the whole process of how to do match betting, and as long as you follow what they tell you, you cannot lose. So what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description right now for your free trial, and you can start earning some real cash.